so. And of course the whole leadership team and employees from the company are here today as well. So before we start the unveiling, I would like to emphasize that today's celebration is about the 30th anniversary of NTS Rail, or formerly DLS. And this is, of course, we want to acknowledge all the work that has been done by you and our colleagues in the last year to make the company what it is today, and we can be very proud of that. So I'd just like to remember you that the company started 30 years ago with 7 employees in Sellafield and 5 reconditioned Class 20. So it has happened really a lot between 30 years ago and now. Now we have 400 employees in total. We are represented across the country, 40 locomotives, and we run 9,000 services a year. And I think we can proudly say in the country we are the leader in nuclear transport. Of course, we do that. And secondly, we do also have a leading position in intermodal transport services. Means we move the container from Tesco. You know them, you see them in Carlisle every day when they cross the station. So you see that a lot has happened, and maybe you have seen all the photos on the walls from previous times. So I went through them with some of my colleagues to say, who is that and who is that? It's interesting to see what happened in the meantime. Today we're here in Kingmoor, and Kingmoor was opened in 1998, so 27 years ago. 27 years ago. And it was a significant step in the journey of DRS at the time. And we have 2 founding members today here. And I'm not sure, I think half an hour ago they were not here. But I have on my paper Eddie and Mark. There's 2 of our founding members of the company are still here, today here. And we can say that a lot of people in this company have been working here at least up to 20 years, and we have 7 employees who work here longer than 20 years. I think we can really be proud of that. So to mark the occasion, we have a wonderful new livery on 68007. I think that's a great number. Formerly Ireland, and it looks spectacular. We will be unveiling this locomotive shortly, but before I hand over to David to do this, I would really like to thank you a lot for the work that you have done in the last 30 years, what you have done in the last years for the company. We wouldn't be here where you stand when you wouldn't have been you working that hardly and strongly and full of energy for the company. And thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Godfrey, thank you so much. What a pleasure it is to spend the afternoon with you, and it's brilliant to see you all. Thanks so much for coming. I get to do some pretty cool things in my job around the nuclear patch, but I can tell you there's nothing that gives me more pleasure than what we're about to do, unveiling a newly, freshly liveried locomotive. So we'll get to that in a very brief second. Couldn't help but notice the number though, 68007. I think you might want to call this From Carlisle with Love. Or indeed, if you've been in Cumbria for the last 3 days, I thought the sky was going to fall in with the rain that we've had. But look, finally, I do want to say to Gottfried, the DRS team, what a fantastic job you do for the country, for the rail network. And if it's not too cheesy, nobody does it better. So with that, I'm going to, with your help, Godfrey, we're going to pull this thing off and unveil the name of the new locomotive. 3, 2, 1, hey! That's it, folks, for now. We've got some awards as well over the next few minutes, so please stay where you are, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Again, thanks for coming.